Geminis, hi. So we will do your love reading for August, okay? Because I think in the collective, love is a really tricky thing to do with to deal with right now. So I usually don't do this, but we'll do love reading today, strictly. Okay? Let's see what's going on in Gemini's life in August in love. Love. There's one comment. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is why exactly I pick love readings. There's a commitment in your life, obviously, that you're thinking about. Is my volume loud enough? Yeah. It's loud enough. Okay. But you are heavily burdened by this commitment for some reason. Okay? Even physically, like you can feel physically drained because something is going on within this commitment, this relationship. The reason why you're feeling burdened is because there's something that you couldn't really get a grasp on. Okay, it's either you are not in contact with them, you don't know what they're thinking, or there's just simply too much going on between you and them. So you constantly think about it, even during your daily tasks, like when you go to work. You clock in, you clock out, but you're not really at your work, if you know what I mean, because you're constantly thinking in the back of your head about this connection. Because you couldn't really resolve the situation, right? If a Gemini is constantly thinking about something, that means they still haven't found the answer yet. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. And you do want to work on whatever this commitment is, okay? You want to work on it, you want to put in effort on it. So possibly even working on communications. So the perspective that you came in with is, I want to deal with this in a way that it makes sense. I don't just want to rely on my feelings, because that probably has in the past proved you wrong. Like if you purely work on something based on your feelings, that's not going to work. So it got to go in with reality, hand in hand. So you're operating from an angle where, you know, what makes sense? What's the best for everybody in this situation? Okay, it's not like, oh, because I love you, then I have to be with you. No. So there is a little bit of conflict. Well, shall I say huge conflict? Because it's weighing heavy on you, right? With this person. And it seems like there will be potentially a new beginning. But this new beginning can also be meaning just a new beginning for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be a new beginning for either of you or both of you together. So we don't really know right now. Okay. Obviously, you have some fears around the relationship with, shall I say, any relationship. You have some fears that you potentially already know. Okay. Hopefully, because I think you are aware of that fear. So let's dig in. This is definitely a very enlightened period of time for you. Okay. So first of all, I want to see what's going on with you and this person. Like, what is going on? I want to know what they want to say to you. A chill reading on the weekends. What do they want to say to Gemini collective? Think we're ready? What do they want to say to Geminis? This person cried over you. This person cried over you, Gemini. Why do they cry? They couldn't get over the fact that things didn't work out. That's why they cried. And they're afraid that you don't feel the same about them anymore. Are you? Like, did you change your feelings about whoever this is? What else? They want to start over. They want a second chance, man. Like, no matter what happened, they want to do this again. Like, who is this? Let's just ask the cards, ask tarot, who are we talking about here? I want some characteristic of this person so you know who this is, right? Who is this person? The person that want to start over, the person who's pretty much, if they cry over you, they're somebody who's quite sensitive, right? Well, this has nothing to do with if they wear their heart on their sleeves. I mean, they can be like a pretty close-up person and still cry about it, you know? So, but definitely somebody who have a lot of self-doubt, I shall say that. Because they feel like you don't have the exact same feelings as before anymore. Maybe you don't love them as much anymore. Okay, who is this? Who is this person that we're talking about here? Who is this person that we're talking about in this reading? The person who is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, in and out, okay? So there's multiple scenarios in your dating history with this person where they want to be with you, but they couldn't. So they're constantly jumping in and out because they couldn't make the decision. On one hand, they couldn't give you up. But on the other hand, there's some reason that they have to walk away. Yeah, so possibly some outside circumstances as well. And they definitely think about a big future with you. We're talking about marriage here. Like they thought about, okay, what life is going to be like if I marry Gemini. But they have too much fear around commitment, okay? I wouldn't necessarily say just commitment. They have fears around relationship, like handing you over their heart. Be emotionally open and vulnerable. That's what they're afraid of. Maybe. Okay, that's what I feel at least. What else? Yeah. There's the one where things suddenly comes to a crash and this person possibly love travel, okay? Somebody who loves travel, somebody who loves to explore the world. That's that person. And somebody who's also quite enlightened. Yeah, they're quite enlightened, although they have some traumas. But this is not a dumb, stupid bitch. So if you're dealing with a dumb, stupid bitch, this is not your reading, okay? This is somebody who's quite smart. Who's quite smart, but also quite cautious around relationship, right? They can't just fully invest themselves in any relationship. Yeah. Intimacy issues, like fear of opening their heart up, like fear of getting hurt again. That is the person we're talking about over here. So, yeah. Well, at least we lock the goal down. We lock the target. You know exactly who we're talking about here. Okay? So, let's see. What do I want to do for you? What's your fear? Right? We know his fear. No, what's your fear? What's your fears around it? What are you afraid of? Geminis. What are you afraid of? You're afraid? What? The signs are pretty clear about this person. And you're manifesting something. Need a little bit more information on that. Okay, what else? You're afraid of face to face with this person? What? Let me see. You're afraid of what they're going to say to you? Do you think negatively? Like you're overthinking a lot. If there's ever going to be another conversation between you and them, you're afraid that it's not going to be the result that you want. So that is saying to me, if you want to get back with this person, you're afraid that they're going to reject you. You're afraid that the happily ever after scenario is not going to happen. Yeah, that's what I get strongly here. Like you're afraid of refusal, being rejected. Because you still want to be with them? Yeah, and you just overthinking the fuck out of something. Overthinking the fuck out of, am I ever gonna be with this person again? Is the scenario of we two happily ever after even a possibility? That's what's hidden here. You do want to communicate with them. I will tell you that. You do want to start a conversation with them. I guess it's just you overthinking too much. You are possibly manifesting a conversation as well. Like, if you're not in contact with them or you guys haven't spoken for quite a while, you are manifesting to speak with this person, to talk about the challenges, right? Interesting. Okay. What happened in the commitment? Let's do the 401s for you. Things definitely ended up ugly, or they wouldn't cry about it, right? Crybaby. Crybaby here. What is it about this commitment? Got a 401s again. This is obviously commitment. That's what it's telling me. Oh, so I will straight up tell you this. One of you, I don't know if it is you or if it is them, you couldn't really decide if you should stay or if you should go. So again, it's that in and out energy, right? And whether or not this commitment is going to succeed, which I mean, be happy together, reunite even, if this is a past person, let's say. Well, it's totally up to you and up to them. I think you already did your part here. You do want to work on this. At least that's what you're showing me. Number one, you do want to work on this. Number two, you want communication. Clear communication to clear the things out and then to start over with this person. You want a brand new beginning. But the problem is we don't really know what the other person will do. So this is outside of the tarot spectrum, because every person that you deal with, you have like millions of Geminis over there. You guys all deal with different men. Hopefully you don't have the same boyfriend or same husband. So obviously different people, based on their personality and their life experience, life traumas, they're going to make different choices, right? So the wheel is here, the wheel of fortune, that is telling you, well, right now all you have to do is just wait, okay? Wait for them to decide if they want in or out. Your side is pretty clear. You want a brand new beginning. And you're thinking about this, right? But yeah, they are holding back. They're holding back a lot of their emotions, their energy, because they're afraid of getting hurt again. Mind you, this is a person where they are afraid of being rejected. Okay, they're sensitive. They hardly make any initiatives because they're afraid of exposing themselves to the unknown. Okay, so even though you're a person who's not gonna hurt them, in their mind they've been hurt, or possibly, let's example, This person has been cheated by their previous relationship partner multiple times, multiple partner, multiple relationship, all got cheated. So what is this person going to do? Of course, they're going to hold back. Of course, they're not going to wear their heart on their sleeve. Of course, they're going to be so protective of themselves, their heart. They're going to be overly protective of their energy and heart. So this person needs security and safety and certainty. If there's pretty much too much or even just some uncertainty within the relationship where they feel like you are the one who's in and out, you are the one who couldn't decide which way you should go, and they sense that you're not sure about them, they will jump, they will run. This is a person who run for the hills, run. Well, I'll tell you what, like they definitely got some different life perspective after they dealt with you. You open up their world. You open up their world, Gemini. Okay. So let's see what else do I have here as the final indications. This is definitely a past relationship we're talking about. Again, Six of Cups. So yeah, this is a past person where there's some unfinished business, right? Or you wouldn't be wanting a new beginning because there's definitely things that hasn't been resolved between you two. It needs a second chance. It does. All right. I want to know what they want to... Anything else they want to tell Gemini? Okay. Oh, Jesus, man. I'm telling you, just all the collective has to deal with the relationship stuff with past person. Like, yeah, see what I say? I said this person needs certainty and security. Didn't I just say to you like 1 minute ago, zoom in. Zoom in. Lock in. I need security. See that? They need security. So Gemini, hey. I know you. I'm a Gemini rising and moon myself. I know Geminis. What we like to do, we like to fuck around. We like to fuck around like nobody. So, you know, when you like a person, when you're interested in them, you are reckless. You are reckless about the words that you say, your behaviors. You jump in and out. You 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You always want to keep 1 foot out because you are afraid to be fooled too. You don't want to get hurt, especially by a narcissist. Like, you don't know what you're dealing with, so you're always cautious. You're always being smart about any relationship. But the problem with that is, you know, when you're dealing with a person who needs security, who's unsure of themselves, who will probably even have some self-esteem issue, you know, your way, the way of you, how you fumble the relationship is going to scare the fuck out of them. Because your way of 1 foot in, 1 foot out and always have the runner shoes on the side and always ready to run scares the other person because they can't feel that if I open up, Gemini is going to be able to handle me. They're probably going to run away, right? Because the way you show up is always, oh, you know, I'm not fully in this, just so you know, I'm not fully in this, I'm not fully in the commitment, although I do like you. Although through our dating history or by us connecting for quite a while, 1 year, 2 year, well, I gotta do it my way. So you're fleeting. You know, you give me the feeling of you are always on your way to fleet, to run. And you love to play that game too, like hot and cold, cold and hot. You like it. You like it. Because if you're dealing with someone who just be all in about you, like from the first minute they saw you, they're like, oh my god, Gemini, you're the love of my life, I want to propose to you right now, you will lose your interest. Okay, you are not even interested in that. So that's why you're also thinking about this past person, because this person, again, quite closed up, quite closed off, okay? Quite closed off. That's what I feel like. So you have one option. You either open up about your feelings, about your thought of, oh, you know, I want to start this again. I want a brand new beginning for us. Then you give them the certainty, right? Again, this is not what I tell you to do. This is just potential suggestions and advice. But whether or not what you will do, it's totally up to you, okay? Don't take this as, oh, because Grislybear Tarot told me I need to contact the person and tell them my feelings, I will do that. No. Because if you don't feel ready, if you don't feel it's the right thing to say, then don't say it. Like, again, there's a fucking 1,000,000,000,000 Gemini out there. Like, what do you expect me to do? Like, to cure every single Gemini? That's not going to happen. So, for the reading that I do for those of you Geminis, you are showing me you want a brand new beginning. So go ahead and go for it. Like, because the free will doesn't just end it on their part, right? You also got to participate in this game where are you going to have the courage to speak up about are you going to have the courage to speak up about your feelings and be brave? Have no expectations of whatever that's about to happen. And just simply express how much you love them. It's very simple. Like, you want to give a person security, you just tell them how much you love them. Yeah. Yeah, they just need security. And all I'm saying is that they're thinking about you too. Okay? They're thinking about you too. So if they don't act on it, one of you needs to. And as long as you want this commitment, I honestly think it doesn't really matter who goes first, like who's going to contact who's going to send the first text message. It doesn't really matter, because if this is really your person, this is a very nurturing relationship, right? And that's why you want to be back with them. But if this is not a really nurturing person, I don't understand why you're here. So good luck to you. All right. I will see you soon in the weekly reading. This is a monthly. Please comment down below of whatever that you're going through. I would love to read all of your comments. Okay. So subscribe and like, as always. Don't forget to subscribe and like to the excellent YouTube tarot reader, Grisly Tarot. Bye.